The Strait on fire. A fragile peace just went up in smoke hours after Trump extended a ceasefire with Tehran. Iran gunboats have opened fire and seized 2 more commercial vessels in the Straits of Hormuz. Is Trump no rush strategy backfiring? Or is the final gasp of the collapsing regime? Or is this the final gasp of the collapsing regime? Strait of Hormuz crisis. Iran seizes ships after Trump's ceasefire. This is Shabazz News Hour. Welcome to Shabazz News Hour. I'm your host, John Shaft. The situation in the Persian Gulf has reached a boiling point just hours after President Trump extended a ceasefire. The IRGC has seized 2 more ships and opened fire on a 3rd. Today on the Shabazz News Hour, we break down the military escalation, Trump's latest truth social response, and why global oil prices are skyrocketing towards $100. Is a peace deal in Pakistan still possible, or are we headed for a wider conflict? President Trump says he's in no rush for a deal, but Iran is hitting back where it hurts. The world energy supply. In this episode of Shabazz News Hour, we analyze the strategy moves in the Straits of Hormuz. We look at the $500 million a day the U.S. blockade is causing Tehran and the retaliatory ship siege that has left 20,000 seafarers stranded. Here is what we know right now. The IRGC has confirmed they are holding the MSC Francisco and the Iranian and Bandas Abbas, a 3rd ship in Europa, is currently disabled after take heavy gunfire. Iran say this is about maritime safety, but we all know the truth. This is a direct retaliation for the U.S. seize of an Iranian vessel earlier this week. Traffic in the Strait is at a dead standstill, and global oil prices are knocking on the door of $100 a barrel. President Trump is standing firm. He's extended the truth, but refuses to lift the naval blockade that he claims is costing Iran $500,000 every single day. Trump says he has had all the time in the world, but with 20,000 seafarers stranded and the gas prices climbing at home, does he really? We are looking at whether those peace talks in Pakistan are even possible after today's escalation. So I want to hear from you in the comments. Is it time for the U.S. Navy to escalate, or should we let the blockade do the talking? Stick around because we're diving deep into the maps and the money right now.
Trump wipes it off the map. Iran fleet fails blockade run. Description: the U.S. Navy has taken direct action in the Gulf of Oman, disabling an Iranian ship that tried to break Trump's naval blockade. CENTCOM confirms 27 ships turned back as the squeeze on Tehran intensifies. Is this the end of the Iranian Navy? See the exclusive footage and full story. As of April 22nd, 2026, the situation in the Strait of Hormuz has escalated sharply. Just hours after President Donald Trump extended a ceasefire with Tehran, Iran's Revolutionary Guard, IRGC, attacked 3 commercial vessels and seized 2 of them. Latest news from the Strait of Hormuz: ship seizures and attacks. Iranian forces seized the MSC Francesca, Panama flagged, and the Epaminondas, Liberia flagged. escorting them to Iranian waters for alleged maritime violations. A third ship, the Euphoria, was targeted and reportedly became stranded or disabled off the Iranian coast after taking gunfire. Ongoing blockade and closures. The IRGC has reaffirmed that the strait remains closed to any vessels linked to the U.S., Israel, or their allies, calling maritime security in the waterway a red line. Global impact. The continued disruption of this critical choke point, through which 20% of global oil passes, has driven fuel prices up and left an estimated 20,000 seafarers stranded on roughly 2,000 ships in the Persian Gulf. Trump's response and strategy. President Trump has taken a dual-track approach of extending the truce while maintaining intense economic and military pressure. Indefinite ceasefire extension. On April 21st, Trump extended the ceasefire indefinitely to give Iranian leaders more time to submit a unified proposal for a peace deal. He clarified that he is in no rush and has all the time in the world to wait for Iran to reach terms. Maximum pressure. Blockade. Despite the ceasefire extension, Trump has ordered the U.S. Navy to maintain a strict blockade of Iranian ports to starve the regime of cash. He claimed on Truth Social that Iran is collapsing financially and losing $500 million a day due to the blockade. Mine clearance operations. Trump recently confirmed that U.S. Navy destroyers have entered the strait for the first time since the war began to clear sea mines. He described this as a favor to other nations relying on the waterway. Diplomatic openings. Trump has hinted that a second round of peace talks in Pakistan could begin as soon as Friday, though Iran has not yet formally confirmed its attendance. Iran has officially framed its recent seizure and attacks
Stop your vessel immediately. You are in violation of maritime law. Prepare to be boarded.
Direct response to U.S. actions.
Stop your vessel immediately. You are in violation of maritime law. Prepare to be boarded.
2026. Iran's
Stop your vessel immediately. You are in violation of maritime law. Prepare to be boarded.
Several specific reasons.
Stop your vessel immediately. You are in violation of maritime law. Prepare to be boarded.
Vessels were targeted for several technical and regulatory breaches. Operating without authorization, Iran claims the ships entered and attempted to exit the strait without the necessary permits or coordination with Iranian authorities. Tampering with navigation systems. Officials accused the vessels of manipulating their automated identification systems, AIS, and other navigational aids to cross the waterway covertly, endangering maritime safety. By allegedly violating transit regulations, Iran argues these ships were a threat to the overall order and safety of the strait, which they have declared a red line. Retaliation for U.S. piracy. The recent seizures are widely seen as a tit-for-tat response to U.S. military actions earlier in the week. Seizure of the Touska. Iran explicitly linked Wednesday's attacks to the U.S. Navy's seizure of the Iranian-flagged container ship Touska on Monday. Tehran condemned that move as an act of piracy and argued that their own seizures are a legitimate countermeasure. Enforcement of sovereign rights. Iranian officials stated that their actions are necessary to protect the rights of the noble Iranian nation against what they describe as a U.S. maritime siege. Strategic economic leverage. Beyond the technical reasons, Iran is using its control of the strait to counter President Trump's ongoing naval blockade of Iranian ports. Reciprocity principle. Iranian advisors have stated that if Iran is prevented from trading due to the U.S. blockade, then nobody else will have a smooth ride. They are using shipping disruptions to pressure Washington to lift sanctions and end the port blockade. New sovereign regime. Lawmakers in Tehran are working to codify a new system of tolls and transit fees, reportedly up to $2 million per ship, arguing that the strait is no longer an open international waterway, but a zone under strict Iranian military management. The worsening conflict in the Strait of Hormuz has already triggered the largest supply disruption in the history of the global oil market, according to the International Energy Agency, IEA. If the situation continues to deteriorate, experts and market data suggest the following implications. Projected price surges triple-digit oil. Analysts warn that a prolonged closure or significant escalation could push Brent crude prices well past $100 to $120 per barrel. Extreme scenarios. Some projections suggest prices could hit $150 or even $200 per barrel if a full-scale regional war breaks out or if critical Saudi energy infrastructure is targeted. Current volatility. As of April 22, 2026, crude prices are trading near $92, up sharply after recent ship seizures dented peace deal hopes. Supply and production losses, production drop. Global oil production has already fallen by an estimated 10 million barrels per day due to the disruption of Persian Gulf exports. Stranded supply. Over 20% of the world's seaborne oil and significant volumes of liquefied natural gas, LNG, are currently blocked or delayed. Infrastructure damage. Strategic strikes, such as the one on Qatar's Ras Laffan LNG complex, have caused long-term reductions in export capacity that could take years to repair. Broader economic shocks, global inflation, surging energy costs are driving up fuel and fertilizer prices, which analysts at the Food Policy Institute warn will lead to higher food costs globally. Recession risk. The IMF and S&P Global have warned that persistent hostilities could trigger a global recession, with a 3-month closure potentially cutting global GDP growth by nearly 3%. Industry strain. Airlines are already implementing fuel surcharges or canceling routes due to jet fuel prices doubling in some regions. Crude oil, CLW 0, 91.93, 9.32% since March 31, 2026. As of April 22, 10:30 a.m. CDT. Disclaimer. March 31, 2026, April 22, 2026. Open 90 door 0. Prev close 89.67 high, 92.46. Vol 10573 low 8764. As of the morning of Wednesday, April 22, 2026, the situation in the Strait of Hormuz.
Stop your vessel immediately. You are in violation of maritime law. Prepare to be boarded.
Latest military and maritime.
Stop your vessel immediately. You are in violation of maritime law. Prepare to be boarded.
IRGC has officially seized
Stop your vessel
foreign
immediately.
ships,
You are in
the
violation
NSC
of maritime law.
Panamanian
Prepare to
flag,
be boarded.
And the Epaminondas Liberian
Stop your
flag.
vessel immediately.
Both vessels
You are in
currently
violation
held
of
in
maritime
Iranian
law.
territorial waters
Prepare to be
near
boarded.
Bandar Abbas. Iran alleges
Stop
the
your
ship
vessel
tampered with
immediately.
navigation
You are in
systems
violation of
and entered
maritime
the
law.
waterway without
Prepare to be
authorization.
boarded.
Third ship targeted. A
Stop
third
your vessel
the
immediately.
Euphoria,
You are
was
in
fired
violation
upon
of
by an
maritime law.
IRGC gunboat.
Prepare to be
The
boarded.
ship sustained heavy bridge damage.
Stop your
and is
vessel
reportedly
immediately.
stranded
You are in
or
violation
disabled
of
off the
maritime
Iranian
law.
coast.
Prepare
No
to be
casualties
boarded.
have been reported among the crew members of any of the
Stop
three
your
ships.
vessel immediately.
Traffic standstill.
You are in violation
Shipping
of
from the
maritime
strait
law.
remains at a
Prepare
near
to be
halt.
boarded.
Commercial operators are being warned that
Stop your
crossing
vessel
is a red
immediately.
line
You are in
for
violation
Iranian
of maritime
forces.
law.
Trump
Prepare to be
administration
boarded.
response ceasefire. Extension.
Stop your
President
vessel
Trump
immediately.
indefinitely
You are in
extended the
violation of
ceasefire
maritime
on
law.
Tuesday night,
Prepare to be
just
boarded.
hours before the IRGC attacks.
Stop
He
your
stated
vessel
the
immediately.
extension is
You are in
intended to give
violation of
Iran
maritime
more
law.
time to
Prepare
submit
to be
a
boarded.
unified proposal for a peace deal.
Stop your vessel
Continued
immediately.
blockade.
You are in
Despite
violation of
ceasefire,
maritime law.
Trump has refused
Prepare to be
lift
boarded.
U.S. naval blockade on Iranian
Stop your
ports.
vessel immediately.
Claimed on Truth
You are in
Social
violation
that
of
the
maritime
blockade is
law.
costing Iran
Prepare to be
$500
boarded.
million a day, and that the
Stop your
regime
vessel
is
immediately.
collapsing
You are in
financially.
violation of maritime law.
Uncertainty.
Prepare to be
Trump
boarded.
noted that a second round of peace talks
Stop
in
your vessel
Pakistan
immediately.
within the
You are
next
in
few
violation
days.
of maritime
Iranian
law.
officials have
Prepare
said
to be
that they will
boarded.
not attend until the U.S. blockade
Stop
is
your
removed.
vessel immediately. You are in violation of maritime law. Prepare to be boarded.
Futures rose to 99
Stop your vessel immediately. You are in violation of maritime law. Prepare to be boarded. Stop your vessel immediately. You are in violation of maritime law. Prepare to be boarded.
Million barrels per